When you hear the words Banana Republic, you probably think of a clothing store at the mall. But the real meaning is a lot darker. It's a term born in the early 1900s to describe countries whose entire economies were controlled by foreign corporations, and often built on a single export. In places like Central America, it was bananas. The fruit was everywhere, but so was corruption, poverty, and foreign control. And here's the twist. The Banana Republic economy isn't just some outdated history lesson. The same trap, depending on one thing, one industry, one fragile foundation, still exists today. In fact, you might be living in a version of it right now without even realizing it. The term Banana Republic first came from Central America in the early 20th century. At the time, U.S. fruit companies like United Fruit weren't just selling bananas, they were running entire countries. These corporations owned the plantations, the railroads, even the ports. In some cases, they had more influence than the local governments themselves. Picture it, a nation where schools, hospitals, and roads only existed if they served the export business. Where presidents and politicians were often chosen, funded, or toppled, depending on what foreign companies needed. Just imagine that. You're an up-and-coming politician in a country in Central America. The people love you. You want to genuinely make the country better for its people. But because your plans don't align with the banana man, you're removed in a day. The whole system revolved around one product, bananas, and the profits went mostly overseas. For everyday people, it meant poverty, instability, and no real control over their future. This is where the Banana Republic label stuck. An economy that looks like it's functioning, but is actually fragile, controlled, and built on one shaky foundation. And that's the pattern that makes a Banana Republic so dangerous. It's not just about bananas, it's about the structure underneath. These economies all shared the same traits. First, an over-reliance on one single commodity or industry. When that product sold, the country looked rich. But the second prices dropped, everything collapsed. Second, the wealth was never spread evenly. A small group of elites, or the foreign corporations themselves, controlled nearly all of it. The average citizen saw almost nothing. And third, politics were built around keeping that system alive. If the people in charge threatened the flow of bananas, coffee, or sugar, well, there was always someone waiting in the wings to replace them. Put together, you had a nation that seemed stable on the surface, but underneath was fragile and dependent. A house of cards just waiting for one gust of wind. And if you think this kind of economy is just some relic of the past, think again. The Banana Republic model never really disappeared. It just changed its product. Today, you see it in oil-dependent nations, where a single resource props up the entire economy. When oil prices are high, things look stable. When they crash, governments scramble, budgets collapse, and citizens pay the price. You can even spot echoes of it in modern tech hubs. Imagine a country or region that relies almost entirely on one industry: software, chips, finance. It feels like growth and wealth are guaranteed. But if that one pillar falls, the foundation cracks fast. And then there's debt. Some argue the US itself is running a new kind of Banana Republic economy, not built on fruit or oil, but on the global appetite for US dollars and government bonds. It works as long as people believe in it. But like any one-product system, It's only as strong as its weakest link. And this is where the lesson comes home, because what's true for a country can also be true for you. A banana republic economy isn't just about bananas or oil. It's about depending on one single thing to hold up your entire life. For a nation, that's one industry. For a person, it might be one job, one paycheck, one skill. As long as that one source keeps flowing, everything looks fine. But the second it stops, a layoff, an injury, an industry shift, the whole system can collapse overnight. That's why the real danger of the banana republic economy is the illusion of stability. It feels safe right up until the moment it's not. And the antidote is the same whether you're running a country or running your own household. Diversification. Multiple income streams, multiple skills, multiple safety nets. Because when you spread the foundation wider, one broken piece doesn't bring down the whole structure. So in the end, the Banana Republic economy is more than just a story about fruit companies in the 1900s. It's a warning about what happens when all your wealth, your power, and your future rests on just one banana. Whether it's a country leaning on a single industry or you leaning on a single paycheck, the risk is the same. Collapse comes fast when there's nothing else to fall back on. The smart move isn't to avoid the banana. It's to make sure you've got a whole basket. Because the more you diversify, the stronger your foundation becomes. If that lesson hit home, hit the like button and subscribe to keep up with our newest videos.